You are listening to Passport Talks, a podcast on how to become a true cosmopolitan, how to travel the world without visas, create a safe haven for your family, and access top-notch education and healthcare with a second passport or residency.
7 benefits of becoming a Hungarian resident. In this episode, we'll explore the 7 definitive advantages of obtaining a residence permit in Hungary, a critical gateway to this esteemed nation and expansive opportunities within the European Union. Firstly, the residency rights in Hungary are meticulously tailored to accommodate the varied requirements of individuals, whether one is a student, an employee, or an investor. Hungary offers a stable residence for the duration of your studies, employment contract, or beyond. Notably, investors are afforded the Golden Visa, which grants an extended 10-year residency, renewable for another decade. Secondly, this permit provides visa-free access to the entire Schengen area, allowing travel and stay for up to 90 days within 180 days. This privilege enhances personal and professional mobility across Europe. For travels to certain non-Schengen countries such as Cyprus, the Hungarian residence permit simplifies these processes, albeit requiring additional documentation. Thirdly, the permit facilitates family reunification, a significant advantage ensuring that spouses and children under the 18th of May join the primary holder in Hungary. For investors, the inclusion extends to financially dependent parents, fostering family unity. Fourthly, the right to employment in Hungary is direct and inclusive. Those who acquire residency through employment, familial connections, or academic pursuits are exempt from requiring a separate work permit. Students can undertake part-time jobs, which enhances their practical experience while studying. Fifthly, access to banking services across Hungary and broader Europe is unrestricted for residents. From opening bank accounts to making investments and managing funds, the financial infrastructure supports various financial activities without limitations. Sixthly, the cost of living in Hungary is notably lower compared to many other European countries, offering economic advantages, whether one resides alone or with family. This financial efficiency is particularly compelling, positioning Hungary as an economically advantageous locale. Lastly, the pathway to permanent residency and citizenship is clear and achievable. After 3 years of residency, you are eligible for permanent residency, and citizenship follows 8 years later, opening up a new chapter of opportunities. Now let's talk about the distinctive features of Hungary as a residency destination. Many potential expats assume healthcare in Hungary is universally free. In reality, the system caters specifically to children under 16, students, and corporate employees, whose healthcare contributions are managed directly through their employers to the National Health Insurance Fund. However, only basic emergency care is covered for those moving to Hungary under a residence permit that is not tied to employment. Comprehensive healthcare coverage requires a national insurance plan costing upwards of €250 or a private policy. Next is the legal requirement for a permanent address in Hungary. Visualize your arrival in vibrant Budapest, intent on settling down. To fulfill legal requirements, you must secure housing for at least 3 months with documented landlord consent or purchase property. Moreover, any change in your address necessitates prompt notification to the migration service through the Enter Hungary website, ensuring your residency records remain current. Here's a crucial point for those dreaming of a part-time life in Hungary. Residency requires you to live there for at least 183 days yearly. It's perfect for those who plan to embrace the Hungarian lifestyle fully, but if you're looking for a holiday home, this might not be the ideal setup. Addressing the language challenge, Hungarian is the sole official language and is notably complex. Daily interactions, whether academic, professional, or casual, often require proficiency in Hungarian. Since only about 20% of the population speaks English, acquiring basic Hungarian language skills is essential for effective communication. Lastly, consider the process of purchasing property in Hungary. Imagine you've decided to buy that idyllic vineyard or quaint city apartment. Completing this transaction independently is not feasible. The involvement of legal professionals is imperative. From negotiating contracts to securing government permissions and finalizing financial transactions, legal experts are essential to ensure a smooth property acquisition. But how do you become a Hungarian resident? Well, Hungary offers a variety of pathways to obtain a residence permit, each tailored to specific activities such as employment, traineeships, academic pursuits, job searching, medical treatment, scientific research, volunteering, marriage, and family reunification. Additionally, specialized permits cater to unique needs, including the White Card for digital nomads, entrepreneurial permits, and the Golden Visa for investors. The White Card is designed for remote workers employed by companies outside Hungary or those managing a business abroad. This permit requires proof of income above 3,000 euros per month over the last 6 months. Initially valid for 1 year, it can be extended. The entrepreneurial permit is aimed at company founders and self-employed individuals in Hungary. This permit is granted for 3 years and may be renewed for another 3. The Golden Visa is available to those who invest in Hungary, such as purchasing real estate fund units for a minimum of 250,000 euros, buying property valued at least 500,000 euros, or donating 1 million euros to higher education institutions. The permit under this program is valid for 10 years. Residency applications must be initiated within Hungary. Entry may require a national or Schengen visa, depending on the applicant's home country's agreements with Hungary. The process of obtaining a residence permit involves an online application via the Enter Hungary website, in-person submission of biometrics at a local office, and payment of fees ranging from €64 to €110. The entire procedure, from application to the issuance of the residence permit card, typically takes about 21 days. The Hungarian Migration Service can deny, refuse to renew, or revoke a residence permit under several circumstances. Here are the key reasons why a permit might be impacted. If an applicant provides false information during the application process, holding a disease is considered a threat to public health, though specific diseases are not listed in the legislation. Failure to meet residency obligations, such as spending fewer than 183 days per year in Hungary. Lack of a permanent residential address or failure to notify the Migration Service of an address change. Engaging in activities that do not align with the intended purpose of the issued residence permit. Possession of a permit issued through a company known to facilitate the entry of third country nationals into Hungary improperly. Student-specific reasons include working over 36 hours a week, failing exams, or not completing a diploma thesis, which can also lead to the revocation of a residence permit. Renewing a Hungarian residence permit involves a structured online application process via the Enter Hungary website. The requirements for extension, including necessary documentation and fees, vary based on the type of residence permit held. Residing in Hungary for 3 years with a residence permit entitles a foreigner to apply for permanent residency. This application requires proof of a permanent address, sufficient income or savings for self-support, and health insurance. Permanent residency is granted for life, but can be revoked if the resident spends more than 6 consecutive months abroad. To avoid revocation, residents must notify the Migration Service of the reasons for and dates of their travel. After 8 years of permanent residency, individuals can apply for Hungarian citizenship by naturalization. Eligibility requires a clean criminal record, no serious diseases, stable income, a confirmed permanent address, and proof of residency in Hungary for at least 8 years. Applicants must pass language proficiency and Hungarian culture and history exams, although university graduates and individuals over 65 are exempt from these tests. In conclusion, the Hungary residence permit is not merely a document. It is a key to new beginnings, freedom of movement, and a secure future in the heart of Europe. That's it for this episode about residency in Hungary. Visit immigrantinvest.com for detailed information about it and other options for a second residency, or book a meeting with Immigrant Invest lawyers who can help answer tricky questions. Take the next step towards your global opportunities and secure your future with Immigrant Invest. And see you in the next episodes of Passport Talks.
You are listening to Passport Talks, a podcast on how to become a true cosmopolitan, how to travel the world without visas, create a safe haven for your family, and access top-notch education and healthcare with a second passport or residency.